Hello, skipper. Hello, navigator. Half a minute to go. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Edamon. Welcome to Baboon Yodel. And welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us today in our conversation. It's hard for me to do this because Renee is usually introducing everything, but I'll get on top of it. Renee is not with us today. Again, she's quite busy. So we have Corin and Heta joining us today again, which is going to be fantastic. So we're going to have too much to talk about. It will be fantastic. It will be great. It will be great. All right, let me introduce to you first again the big cock from Tepuki, Corin Healy.
Yeah, g'day. How's it going? Yeah.
Okay, that's a very low key tiny cock, but and then we've got.
I'll do over.
Yeah,
hey, how's it going? How's it going, man? Good to be here.
Oh yeah, that's very American cock. So very nice. And then we've got the shoveler from Manureva, Heta Dawson.
Kia ora, everybody, and kia ora, Corin and Ed. How's it going?
It's going fantastic. How about you? How's your life?
I'm a bit sick of lockdown. It's Groundhog Day. I've seen the same faces, my family's, over and over and over again. I need to get out of here.
But didn't you sign up for that? I mean, when you said yes to marriage, didn't you sign up for that? Didn't you know from the beginning that was the contract?
But not in the lockdown. Not in lockdown.
Oh, wait.
You're
saying for goodness and not
for goodness.
No lockdown? Your vows didn't say anything about lockdown.
I was a lockdown support shopper, When the rumors started flying, everybody flew down to go and do their shopping. I supported that.
Well, so the house, are you working from home?
Yeah, totally. So I'm sharing an office with the wife. Today, what I did do is I put up a wall. I had a big sheet of plywood, and I went, I'm going to have to put this wall up. And I did. I built a wall.
You built a wall? I thought you put a wall in between you two.
Yeah, we did. That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Is it soundproofing or what's the story?
No, it's just, she can look over the top. She threw me some chocolate the other day, today. But yeah, no, it's just a wall. It's a partition. It's more partition than a wall, but it's a demarcation point.
Good. It's more like segregation. You like in your workplace. You like to have the woman in a different location. Are you going that way?
I know you built it, but whose idea was it?
It was my idea.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, it's just a piece of plywood lying around. I thought, I'm going to build a wall.
And she paid for it.
But I always pay in the end. I always pay.
That's all right. All right. We've got a man here in our podcast. He's a man.
With plywood.
With plywood. He works with plywood. He wears brief underwear and he works with plywood. He is the man.
Did you have to cut it to size, or was it to size already? Your skill saw out and.
Well, I just kind of made a little gap between the filing cabinet and the desk, and I just slipped it in. Boom, finish, job done.
Nice.
That's how I get my stuff done. I just slip it in.
Is there a glory hole in? Have you made a glory hole in there?
No, I just kind of look around the corner.
Okay, that's good. I thought we'll make the plywood wall a bit raunchy, but you're not from that time, I guess.
No, yeah, you're right. But I might drill a hole in there. Who knows?
Well,
depends how long lockdown's going to go on for, right, boys?
Yeah, I don't mind lockdown as long as we're all safe. We need to keep our people alive. So what we're talking about? Yeah, okay. So what about you, Corin? You're working from home, but you got tiny children.
I got a 10-year-old daughter and I got a 6-year-old daughter, so I'm juggling the the work thing as well as the schooling thing and the Facebook thing, and I think the Facebook thing's winning out at the moment.
All right. So you mean to say that your wife is useless?
She's working full time.
Oh, she's working. Oh, really?
Yeah, she's
from home.
Yeah, at home as well. So she's got a fixed term contract full time, whereas I'm flexible on my hours. So I only bill for the hours I work, and let's face it, I only work a couple of hours a day. So
Well, the blood-sucking contractor, you're charged for what? 4, 6, 8?
Yeah,
You got
$1,000 an hour.
You have to round these things up. You have to round them up. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
So it's okay.
So
it's going okay. I mean, I've drunk too much coffee. I mean, I've got this coffee machine at home, and instead of going to a cafe and spending $5 or $6 each time, I'm just like getting those little capsules, and I'll be like maybe 6 deep, and I'm like, holy smokes, I've had 6 coffees so far today.
Yeah,
this is bad.
Well, everybody sees the bright side of level 3 lockdown as the first thing that they always say is, "Oh, at least we can get a coffee." Motherfucker, you can make the coffee at home. Why do you have to go and spend $6 to get a coffee, and then you complain that, oh my God, businesses. So obviously you support the businesses, but you're crying about your own money. So don't waste the money. Why are you just make coffee at home?
It feels like you're free. I think that's what it is. It feels like you're free when you can drive down to McDonald's and get a McCafe. That's what it is. That's what I think it is.
People think that the tiny bit of freedom is gone, but essentially we can do most things. Right? Well, what can you not do right now that you miss from level 1?
Wow, I think gigging.
Besides comedy, no.
Yeah, comedy.
No.
Okay, well,
No.
that's it.
None of that. Everyday life stuff. Comedy is like we're not like famous comedians that we do comedy every night. You know.
I do miss comedy, but I mean, the thing that I don't miss is those awkward invites to some kid's birthday, and you need to go to that kid's birthday party and be like, "Happy birthday" to some kids I don't care about.
Oh,
so it's a good excuse to avoid that stuff.
I already hate that. I hate the birthday song. I don't want the song. I don't want the song at my birthday. Well, these guys organized something for my birthday, and I said, don't fucking sing the song, otherwise we'll ruin my shit. I don't know why people sing that song. It's the worst song in the world. Happy birthday. Just to play me some Cardi B or something, and then I'll be happy about it. All right.
I always pull a hammy before going into the party. You know, just oh shit, my hammy's gone, and then I just sit in the car and wait it out. Wait it out.
I think you prefer sitting in the car than going into the party. Yeah, that's a good one.
You know, I got to share something with you guys. It's a bit off topic, and when Heta talked about pulling his hammy and going, "Oh shit," it just reminded me of this. And I got this friend, and a while ago, he'd just been to lunch, and he was walking back. He was at work, right? And he was walking back to the office from lunch, and something didn't agree with him. And his mate, this friend of mine who's not that close to me, laughed so hard that he sharted on the way back to the office. And again, he's a friend I don't know well. Anyway, he's on the way back to the office. He's like, what do I do? What do I do? He had to go to the bathroom and chuck his underwear away, but there was nowhere to chuck the underwear because it was like a paperless bathroom. And he explained about what he did. And I don't know any other part of that story because it's a friend of mine who wasn't me.
Did he burn it?
Started a small fire in the toilet.
I think he might have had to smuggle it outside to the one of the council bins to give them a surprise the next day.
Oh, that's quite a nice surprise. It's like when you go out, you say that, oh no, it's not my poop. It's just my dog did it, and I didn't have a plastic bag, so I just used my underwear to scoop it. Yeah.
And the guy my friend was with said to him, "You pooed your pants, didn't you?" He's like, "Nah, of course I didn't." And his mate goes to him, "Man, happens to me all the time."
All right.
Just own it. Own it. If you're going to do that sort of stuff, just own it. Yeah, I shit myself. What up?
I got to ask you guys, when's the last time you actually have done that kind of thing? I mean, can you
Never.
share that? Neither.
Oh, it's never happened to me.
No?
Last week.
I've never shat my pants.
I mean, as an adult, I guess you probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, you're just a young guy, Ed, so you got plenty of time.
I've got plenty of times. I think it starts happening when you turn like 52 or something, and then your asshole starts to become a bit loose and starts to relax a little bit, and then there's open passage. It's like level 1 lockdown. You can go from Auckland to Waikato, and there's no stoppages.
No stoppage.
I'll probably get to a stage where I just shit my pants saying, hello.
It just happened.
Kia ora. Sorry about that.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Oh, wait. I'm the host. I need to
Come on,
direct this conversation. So there's a lot's been happening in the world. So we won't talk about lockdown a lot. We might talk about lockdown in another week. Maybe we might have Corin and Dick. Oh no, Dick Heta back for a few more weeks because Renee might be busy for a few more weeks. So better strap in, you guys, and bring the game on. Not this baboon yodel is not a cakewalk. It's a walk with a lot of difficulty. All right, so just strap in. So I mean, there's a lot of things happening. Have you ever? I mean, who's your favorite dictator in the world?
Oh, that's somebody asked me that question the other day. I said it was Putin. He's got a lot of style, that guy.
Oh yeah, he's got a. I mean, he wears his bald head really nicely. He's quite a sexy guy.
No, he takes his shirt off like Putin. You know what I'm telling you?
Yeah. Nobody does that, and his chest is not. He doesn't have those big pecs. He's got those tiny 50-year-old tiny boobies. So those are quite sexy a lot of the times. But he's a sex god. He's a short man though. You know how high? What's Putin's height?
Ooh, I have to Google that one. I don't know. But do you think he's got a shaven chest?
A what chest?
A shaven chest.
What the hell's that?
He shaves his chest.
Do you think he
shaves?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
You think so?
I think he shaves his chest.
He doesn't shave his chest.
You don't
his
think
followers shaves his chest.
So he's got people working for him who shave his chest
with a knife.
Dostovonia Putin, shave your chest now, aye? That's my worst Russian accent ever.
He's got Germans hired to shave his chest.
It turns out, according to Cora, he is 5'8".
5'8"?
Yeah, 5'8".
That's like my height.
That dude's a midget. Oh, is it what? Is it your height?
Well, you're shorter than me.
Fuck off, man. I'm 6'2".
Oh, fuck you, man.
Who's the shortest world leader? The shortest world leader is the president of Mexico, and he's 4'6".
Shit.
Oh, wow.
He put you in his pocket.
Yeah, you're gonna then just grab his neck and then play with his hair, and they're like, "Ooh,
never shake a baby, never shake a baby." Oh, that's short. That's short.
4'6" is quite short for a world leader.
Who's the tallest?
Oh,
sorry.
Tallest.
Can you googly that? Now we've gone down this track of who's short, who's small, but I don't want to go to who's killed the most, who's imprisoned the most. Just make this podcast really dark.
Oh, I can't see.
What the
Obama was pretty tall. You look tall.
Yeah, he was quite tall. Tallest leader in the world.
I think it was my height, 6'2".
Yeah, you're reading it the other way around. It's 2'6", your height.
That's the size of my microphone.
16 world leaders who are tall as fuck, right?
They're all pretty short so far.
Peter the Great was 6'8".
And what a name.
Peter the Great. I mean, his father was called the Great, so he has to be called the Great. Peter the Great radically altered the course of Russian history by introducing political and social reform that helped the country become an international power.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But did you hear about his brother, Andre the So-So? You passed all the school C exams. Beat that, Peter the Great.
You know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing Donald Trump is 6'3".
Ah,
For Donald
shit.
Trump, and then the Canadian Justin
Oh, yeah,
Trudeau
yeah.
is 6'2", and I'm seeing a picture of them next to each other, and Justin looks taller than Donald Trump. So
Yeah.
I don't think
I don't
Donald
know.
Trump's 6'3".
No, he just says it.
Faked
Yeah.
Donald height.
Fake news. Osama bin Laden, 6'5".
Wow.
That's a tall guy. That's a good height.
Serbia's Alexander Vukic is 6'6". Guy from
Wow.
Serbia, he's tall.
So
And
do you
a
think
mass murderer.
as your height increases, does that mean that your penis will be big as well?
No.
No? All right.
As a 6'2" man myself. How tall is Kim Jong Un? Is it Un?
Kim Jong Un.
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 In my country, I spell it Un.
No, it's Un.
I think he.
I think he's 5'3".
I had Googled that previously, and he's 5'7".
5'7". No way he's 5'7". This motherfucker. These guys are putting their height way too much, I think. So
His hairline alone is 5'7".
I brought the world leaders up, and we got into a rabbit hole of them finding their height and penis size. Was because Kim Jong Un ordered pet dogs to be confiscated in North Korean capital. It's reported. Though. It's reported that he has ordered pet dogs to be confiscated in the country's capital, saying that the pooches represent Western decadence.
Wow.
Listen. I don't. Decadence for me is a big steak, not a good steak. Cow is more decadent than dog.
What are they going to do with the dogs?
Well, there's claims about what he's saying, that this is a cultural thing. Mm-hmm. This is all Western decadence. Just give me your dogs. But other people are saying that they are afraid that because of there's food shortages in North Korea, he's going to take the dogs and use the meat.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I understand.
I don't know. What do you think? How? What do you imagine dog meat would feel like?
I have to. I guess a question to that question. It may depend on the breed of dog. Like maybe a pug would taste better than a Doberman, because a Doberman's going to be muscular and tense and tough.
Yeah.
I think a pug would be soft and juicy.
It's like a difference between like a wild boar and the pig from the farm. The pig from the farm is all fatty and shit, right? And the wild boar is all muscly and strong.
Tough to eat.
Tough to eat. Yeah.
I mean, imagine going down the butcher and you'd be like, "Hey, I'll get that leg over there," and I'd be like, "Oh, that's my dog."
Yeah, that's you go there. You say, "I'll have Buster's backside, and I'll have Oscar's face, and I'll have the pork belly, not belly, dog belly, pork belly, dog belly of Lisa."
I could just imagine somebody in North Korea sitting around after having that leg of dog going, "God, I bet you Buster would have enjoyed that bone."
Dog eat dog world, folks.
Oh, right. There you go.
There you go.
Dog eat dog. It had
Dog
to
eat
come from
dog.
somewhere.
I don't know.
So,
what would you do if you had to turn over your dog Molly? I mean, would you hide it in the roof space? What would you do? Would you just turn it over because you don't like it that much, or what would be your story?
If there was a dictator that said you got to turn your dog over to me because it represents decadence, I'll eat my own dog before I turn it over.
why should, if it's if you're telling me that it's decadence, I'll try it myself.
I just look at Molly. Yep, your Sunday's meal, girl.
There you go. Listen, you just ask Courtney to give you a knife. It's like, oh, Courtney, bring me a knife and give me some chloroform because we'll do it humanely.
Yeah.
And you gotta do it humanely. You can't. I mean, you gotta zap. What are you gonna do? Zap a dog or like a slaughter like a kosher or a Muslim meal?
I think the only humane way to do it is to run over it in your car.
Oh, okay. That's quite a serial killer way to kill your dog.
Shit, sorry. Yeah. I've got to filter my thoughts a bit more.
You drive up the road and then you call the kids. Okay, let it go out, and then you race down the road as quick as you can.
You're like a scene out of Mad Max.
I should warn our listeners that it's getting a bit heavy. If you love your dog, please hug your dog.
I guess
wear a mask.
I guess, Heta, the other question is, would you rather eat your own dog or a stranger's dog?
Oh, never eat a stranger's dog. You don't know where it's been.
Oh, yeah, you never know.
You seen what dogs do when they meet other dogs, right? I don't know where their nose has been.
Yeah. And then they fuck around as well.
They're dirty.
They can be dirty.
Not like my mom. She's clean.
She's clean. She's pure.
And I'll gather the whānau together, big Sunday meal, and put her casket right there in the middle and say a little prayer and then tuck in.
That's good.
I'll cry the entire time. But slow spit roast. Slow spit. I'll cry the entire time, but I'll walk away satisfied.
Yeah. Spray and walk away.
Have you ever tasted dog though?
No, I haven't. I had the opportunity a couple of times, but I didn't go to a place that it was happening. So
in this country,
there was not in this country. So there was a big conspiracy back home in Pakistan. We have a lot of stray dogs in my city, and it was a conspiracy, and it was a racist conspiracy. Of course, we are full of racists in my country. So all of a sudden, all these dogs started to disappear from the road, right? And the conspiracy was that there's a Chinese vessel at the port, Chinese Navy vessel at the port, and they are taking all the dogs. And this was all that chatter, and my granddad and everybody was saying, oh, the Chinese are taking all the dogs and they're eating them. I said, no, they're not eating them. These are filthy motherfucking dogs. Nobody's eating these rabid dogs. And it turned out later on that the government was just killing all the dogs because there was an outbreak of rabies.
Oh, shoot.
You got to kill. I mean,
yeah, you have to kill those.
If the dog has rabies, you got to kill the dog. And then you should boil the meat for about 12 hours, and then you can eat it.
Is it?
Nah, I'm joking.
I was going to say it's not recommended.
You boil the meat for 12 days, then you can eat it. Not 12 hours, 12 days.
Yeah. No, don't eat dogs. And we should recommend to Kim Jong Un to not ask for dogs. And we still have no idea. It might be like a conspiracy theory going on, but it's been on NZ Herald. Oh no, I'll take my words back. It can be a conspiracy theory, but it's been all across the news, and for a couple of days it was going on.
Wow, that's amazing.
So what's happened is that he said. Or it was reported in the South Korean newspaper, right? That he issued a directive in July. It's come out now to round up pets, claiming they were part of a tainted trend by the bourgeoisie ideology. Okay. Um, and he said ordinary people raise pigs and livestock on their porches, but high-ranking officials and wealthy own pet dogs, which stokes some resentment in the lower classes. That's why. So he's trying to create equality, man. Listen, people need to understand what Kim Jong Un is thinking. People need to understand these dictators because they're coming from a good place. It's a good place.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a pig as a pet.
Yeah,
and then eating it.
Yeah. Have the pig as a pet and then eating it. Raise livestock and then. So what he's trying to do is take the rich people's pets, and so the rich people can feel the pain of the poor people who have pigs. And I'm not sure poor people in North Korea have livestock and pigs there because it's a communist country. So so I don't think it's a widespread society where everybody has pigs and chickens. And they just eat them, and life is very good.
Do you think they've got pet shops? They've got pet shops over there with dogs and so forth they've gone by? Or is that like a black market thing?
No, they just catch them on the street.
It's Saturday's dinner. Do you think, if Kim really wanted to create equality within his country, get the dog, give it to a farmer? Take his pig, give it to a wealthy person.
Yeah, redistribute the wealth.
That's right. Redistribute the dog. That's
how it works. You gotta
come on, Kim.
Redistribute the dog. Kim, come on. You gotta. People say that he's got a hipster hairline, haircut, but it doesn't seem that way.
You could land a plane on that haircut. Look at it. It's so flat.
Yeah.
Flat top.
Yeah. Yeah, flat top. He's supposed to be quite a sexy man. So I'm not sure what is he packing in his pants, but I'm sure it's a
it's a big dog down there.
He calls it big dog.
Well, they've cut off the internet, so maybe his styling tips are coming from the 1990s. He's like, "Come on, flat top. Give me flat top."
He's just going with the magazines.
The latest magazine from 1991.
Yeah,
Woman's Weekly. Here we go.
His dad. So he's part of like a dynasty. So the first guy was Kim Il Sung, the main guy, first guy who established the dynasty. Then it was Kim Jong Il, and then now Kim Jong Un. So Kim Jong Il was a crazy dude as well. He was.
He's in.
It was reported that it was in his biography on their websites that he never used to defecate, as in he never shed, right? But they've removed it. They removed it now, but that was a thing at some time.
How can that's not possible? Surely.
He obviously has never had a really good laugh.
Yeah.
Maybe he did, and he did shit his pants. And he's like, "All right, everyone, state media, we're going to wipe out any mention of me pooing anytime."
Yeah. We don't want people to think that I go to the toilet, sit down, and have a big dump.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and these are all rumors. He had a fear of flying. He wanted to breed giant rabbits so that he can solve the problem of famine in the country.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That'll be so cool. Giant rabbit, like a 6'2" rabbit. That would be out of it. Wouldn't that be out of it? Fucking giant holes all over the field, everywhere.
Yeah, that would be grave-size holes. So, there was a report from Russia in 2001 that he liked to eat roast donkey with French wine and champagne.
Which part of the donkey?
I think the leg, hind leg.
Ew.
That's a
Wow.
good part. That's a good part.
That's the dictator.
Or the big dick. Donkeys have big dick, so
They do have big dicks. I've seen the video.
Yeah, have you seen donkey dick videos?
Yeah.
Donkey dicks are huge. I mean, I will encourage the listeners to Google donkey dick, and you'll find out. I mean, bigger than horse. It's donkey dick is when it's big, it's just loses control. It's just slapping the belly and going all over the freaking place. And the donkey is going, and it's horny as fuck. So that's the perfect time to cut off the dick. And if you want to have it on a skewer with some
Lemon,
with some
garlic.
lemon, garlic, and paprika. Pretty good.
It'd be salty, right? So
Yeah, it would already be salty, but yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you don't cook it too much like you do with power. When you cook power, you don't have to overcook it. So it's the same thing. If you overcook it, it becomes too chewy.
wouldn't it be like an eel? Be like an eel. Be the same length anyway.
It will be like an eel. Yeah. So it can work well with sushi, donkey dick. You can put it on top, slice it up. Yeah. That's what happens when three boys are just doing a podcast.
Probably a porn site, Donkey Dick.
DonkeyDick.com. Do not put it in, but try it out if you want. If you have a VPN, just give it a go and see DonkeyDick.com if it's a website which is available there. What else he did? So we did Donkey Dick, and he built a city for propaganda. So he built a whole city just for propaganda, just to show people that how beautiful is North Korea.
Who did this? Kim Jong Un.
Ilin.
No,
Kim Jong Il.
Yeah.
Man.
And he was a big film buff. He had 20,000 videotapes and DVDs. His favorite flicks reportedly included Friday the 13th, Rambo,
of course,
Godzilla, and all Hong Kong action films. So, and he had a thing for Elizabeth Taylor. She was a dish. So,
wow. I learned something new today. I didn't know that. I mean, she was hot.
When you're a dictator, you can pursue your dreams like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he could have just used his credentials as a donkey dick eater and non-defecator to just entice,
just woo
woo Elizabeth Taylor to just come in and have a date.
Just on the fly, what would you guys do if you're a dictator? What would be your rule? What would you be your what would you be your thing? What would you do? What would you?
Oh, everyone has to hongi all the time. No handshakes.
No handshakes. Hongi is back, which will be great. I mean, you would make it compulsory if you're traveling in a bus that before you get off the bus, you got to hongi the driver. You gotta every time you gotta honk. You say thanks, driver. You don't do that. You go and hongi the driver. And,
yeah. God, be like, God damn it.
And the bus would have to leave an hour early because that's how much hongi is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, compulsory hongi. That's what I would bring in, totally. And then if people won't, off with your head.
Off with your head, yeah. You can just have that everywhere. You can have that guillotine stands.
Yeah.
Guillotine stands. And it will be an honor system. If you forgot to hongi, just go and cut your head off by yourself. It's honor system. We're Kiwis. We honor ourselves.
Yeah. What would you do? What would you do, Corin?
I would say that everyone had to be using skateboards as a mode of transportation. Just do it with cars, just skateboards. If you can't skateboard, then tough. That'd be it.
I thought I was a hard dictator.
Oh man, this is some hardcore shit.
Just skateboarding. No helmets.
Oh, no helmets. No helmets. No,
that's cruel.
That is.
What about pants? Can I wear my pants?
No.
Oh shit.
No.
I'll be a 1980s dictator, man. That's it. None of this.
And not even a box. When you're playing cricket or rugby, no box. No boxes.
No. Boxes are banned as well.
Boxes are banned.
They're taking
you got to put those nuts out there.
Old school.
Old
That is,
school.
you are a cruel and unusual dictator. Skateboards. What about you, Ed? Come on, what's the lay the law down?
See, what I will first of all, what I will do, I will round up all the journalists, right, and and get their dogs and first kill their dogs in front of the journalists, and then kill the journalists, and then what I will do is get all the everybody who opposes me, right, and I'll put them on a boat and burn the boat, right, and then I will ban eating of apples in public spaces, right? So nobody can eat apples in public spaces. No gums, chewing gums will be banned.
I'm going to be honest with you, Ed. This sounds like you put a lot of thought into this already.
Yeah, I mean, this is it has been my dream growing up to be a dictator. Listen, I grew up in Pakistan. We had like 5 dictatorships. So I was like, that's what you look for. I mean, here in New Zealand, everybody wants to be like Jacinda. I wanted to be like Ziaul Haq or Pervez Musharraf. Which dictator is better? The dictator who hanged his prime minister, or the dictator who just abducted all the people who opposed him? So I wanted to one up them, right? So I gotta kill the journalists as well. You gotta kill the journalists. You gotta be an effective dictator.
I guess to imagine people getting reviews of these, these dictators, just going, "Oh, I wouldn't have done it that way." Nah.
That's what you want, right? You want to get rid of the journalists till they go, "Come on, really, apples?" Yes, damn it! I said apples. Off with your head.
Yeah, because I don't like people eating in public spaces unless everybody is eating. If you're the only person eating and everybody is just sitting around, then so you see, apple is not a public food, right? So banana is okay, orange is okay.
If somebody's at their desk near you, just be outside lockdown, they're sitting next to a desk near you and they're eating an apple noisily, like they go.
Oh, I walk away.
Yeah.
I walk out. I go leave the building for 5 minutes.
Leave the building.
Leave the building. People bring in their lunches and meetings. I was like, God damn it! But it's my problem. It's not their problem. They can eat whatever they want, but they gotta control their face while they eat.
I like to eat an apple with a flick knife, and just slice the apple and eat it. Nobody ever said, "Hey man, you're eating too loudly."
Because that's the manners. You bring in the manners in this country. You've brought the manners while being indigenous to the country, and you have to teach them to the white people who are eating apples with open mouths and directly biting into it. You got to use the knife.
Got to use the knife.
Yeah, this is so insane. And chewing gum. What the hell's happening with? You can have chewing gum privately, or you're driving when you're trying to stay awake. Have the chewing gum, or at home you're watching a game by yourself, then have the chewing gum, right? Or you're masturbating and you need other activities. You're bored. Have a chewing gum.
Wow,
right?
Chewing gum doing that. Interesting.
But yeah, have a chewing gum. I mean, you last a bit longer.
You might bite because you could bite your
brain. What?
You might bite your tongue off.
Well, you got to practice it. That's why.
Go with one piece first, then build up.
Yeah, you gotta build up. Why do you think I haven't still developed a Kiwi accent? It's all the scars on my tongue. So it's because of the eating gum and masturbating at the same time. My tongue's not left. None of it is left. So yeah, I can't taste anything.
So I think you win in the dictator stakes.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that you guys haven't lived under dictatorship, so you have no idea how dictators work. You only see a dictator walking around with his shirt off on a donkey, and you're like, oh, that's the dictator. Oh,
running a beer back.
The real dictator doesn't show the real stuff that he does, right? Or maybe I'll be Mao Zedong and just kill 20 million people with famine and shit. So that's a good way to do it. That's a good option. Some good options. I might change my plan with my boss when I go back to work.
Yeah.
In my yearly review, I'll change my long-term goal in there for my profession.
Dictator.
Rule
Dictator.
the world.
Yeah, rule the world. Have child soldiers, definitely. I'm definitely having child soldiers. That's the key. That's the key to being a good dictator. You got to have child soldiers.
Oh shit!
I mean, I got to admit, when you think about the professions available to children, you've got sweatshops and child soldiers. I think I'd rather be a child soldier. You got more variety.
Yeah, I mean, you got to at least you can kill people, or you have you can use a gun and stuff.
You got fresh air.
Fresh air.
Fellas,
Yeah.
can't we all just hongi and be done with it? Just a little hongi in the world could just change everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you become Heta, when you become you will invade countries to make hongi compulsory in other countries as well. So hongi all over the world.
Yeah. I can see it now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the UN sign with the leaves and all that bullshit, you can have just 2 people hongiing. That's it.
Yeah.
That would be the logo of the UN.
To bring the hongi to the world. Call it harmony. Yeah, I can.
You got a theme song. You got a theme song for your dictatorship.
Marketing is really important if you're going to pull this dictatorship off.
Yeah, and then you can invade my country, and obviously there will be a rebellion because I'm such a hard dictator. Obviously, you'll win over everyone because of the hongi stuff, and then I will be hanged in public, and then you'll rule the world.
Ta-da!
There you go. But before hanging me, you'll give me a hongi, which is
polite.
Polite, yeah. You gotta hongi the person before hanging them. So great stuff. What were we talking about? Dog meat. All right. So okay, from dog meat to favorite dictators and how we will be the dictators. All right. So our conversations have been quite fruitful and fantastic, and there were some important topics that we wanted to talk about. But we are 43 minutes in. So. What do you guys want to do? Continue talking, or we should just hang our coats or whatever, and just end the episode now and talk about stuff next.
I have a few things I just want to talk to you about.
All right, let's put it out there. Let's put it out there on the table. Let's leave it there. Let's leave the game. Let's leave it in the field. Let's put it there. Put it out there. Just do it. Heta, go ahead.
Right. So it's more to do with this podcast. I mean, we were on there before, and now we're on here. Do you see us being on here quite a few times? And if so, thank you.
Well, yeah, definitely. We'll bring you in again because it seems like we have we talk well, and we have fun talking to each other, which is fun. I always love fun, and we talk about crazy shit like
donkey penises,
donkey dicks. So. Donkey dick.
What else do you want to talk about? What else? What other topics got on the go, man? What else do you want to talk about?
Listen. What else was on your mind, Heta?
No, just as I mean, I thought we've actually had quite a good discussion that's ranged a lot of different subjects, and I know that we were going to talk about, which I do, but I also want to spend a bit more time on it about the legalization, about the referendum that's coming up about the legalization of marijuana.
All right, let's do you have time? Let's do it.
Oh yeah, do you want to do that?
Yeah. Let's do it. Or you want to put it for next time, and we'll just do it. This is all backstage stuff, behind the scenes stuff that people are witnessing right now. We're just planning it to go. We're planning it to go. This is how the dog meat is made, right? This is how it's made, right? So. We can talk about it now, but we can like start with that topic next time.
Yeah, I like to do that. Let's start with that.
I'm sure you'll be doing the next episode as well. I'm sure.
Thank you, because I'm not going to waste my time building up to a subject if you're just going to. Oh no, sorry, Heta's not here.
Episode comes up and it's like we're going to talk about the legalization of marijuana, and our guest this week is Paul. And like,
And your listeners be going, what the fuck happened to Heta? What happened to those three? Did they ever break up? What's going on?
Yeah. No. We our band is still together, and we are happy as a chappy. I don't know.
So, as you guys know, there's 2 referendums that are coming up: the cannabis legalization and control, and the end of life. And I probably would like to talk about the cannabis legalization and control for our next episode, because we had quite a mind shift in it.
Let's do that. Let's do that, because I made notes of it.
Yeah.
I had notes, and we can have I can be a devil's advocate as well, when we can debate and throw punches at each other and insult each other's mothers, and it will be great.
I'm going to do a whole bunch of research between next time. I mean, go real deep in this stuff. I'm going to go real deep in this research.
Real deep. You're a deep guy. You're a deep guy. Oh,
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's
do that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Next time.
Yeah.
All right. That's fantastic. So everybody, thank you for tuning in, listening to us. If you liked our episode, send us an email, write us some shit. If you hated it, just send us some hate mail. And that we love death threats. If you want to send us some death threats, that would be fantastic. I mean, if we're a big fan of Kim Jong Un and Kim Jong Il or Kim Il Sung, then you might not like us anymore. So send us some vitriol. We love vitriol.
Maybe if a dictator is listening right now, they could, send you an email and could be a guest on this thing.
Oh, we're
that'd be
popular.
great.
Come on, I mean, I would like to issue an invitation to all the dictators. Anybody, just talk to your agents. Your agent will call my agent, and we can set it up.
Yeah.
It's fine. And we can get it sponsored as well. It will be sponsored by Harvey Norman.
Yeah.
So just do it. They have 50% off, 56, 175 weeks interest free, whatever it is, and they have got great deals.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like shout out to any dictators. If you could just give me some feedback on my policy, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we got one policy. You got one policy. Listen, I laid out a plan I laid out a plan like Jacinda does, but it's not in the spirit of Jacinda Ardern, because she's not going to do whatever I said I would do. But I laid out a plan. I didn't just.
There was an action plan right there. There was like so many steps in there. It's like, oh
yeah, you gotta kill the journalists. But as a dictator, I'm saying if I was a dictator, I'm not saying I'm not advocating for it. If I was a dictator, because that's what dictators do. Your dictators are just pie in the sky bullshit dictators.
Hongi.
Okay, we'll do the Hongi episode as well. Okay. Again, we'll bring in the. So my people, Dick Hongi.
Oh shit!
When you were talking about that, I want to be a dictator. It sounded like a song. I want to be a dictator.
Oh, it's a proper song. I want to be a dictator. No, I want to be a something.
Dictating all day long.
To be a dictator in perfect harmony. It's a Coca-Cola song.
It's a Coca-Cola song. Yeah. I like to rule the world.
Yeah, that's it.
Cut their heads off in harmony. Right.
With a harmony.
Write to us, baboonyodel@gmail.com. Instagram, baboonyodel. Twitter, baboonyodel. Facebook, baboonyodel. It's quite easy to find. Baboon Yodel. It's a baboon and yodel. The yodel. So do that. If you guys didn't say your things last time, what's your things so that people can follow you? Or
I don't want people following me.
All right. So that's all right. So that's fine, because you're planning to become a dictator, so you don't want them to follow you, I guess.
That's right.
And also like our page, which is Baboon Yodel on Facebook, and also our page, me, Corin, and Heta's page, My Country. Let's find that out, because I don't know, people from all over the world are checking into my country People just all over the world just check in and say that, oh, we're safe or something, and then they do it on my country, which is great.
Good.
We've got a global audience. There's several 100,000 people. So I guess it's time to you guys say goodbye first.
Goodbye, everyone. It's been nice talking to you, at you, with you.
Heta.
Love you.